WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. A Maben man has been charged with stealing a lawnmower from the Walmart Supercenter in West Point. Brian Jamison was charged with grand larceny of over $1,000 Friday. West Point police say the community plays a vital role in solving cases like this. If you have any further information, please contact the West Point Police Department or the Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. Tupelo police are searching for this suspect in connection with multiple car burglaries in West Point and Lee County. Law enforcement need your help locating the suspect or suspects. Anyone with any information is asked to call Crime Stoppers of Northeast Mississippi at 1-800-773-TIPS. Well, this was the scene on Highway 82 heading towards Starkville from Columbus this afternoon. As you can see in this video, a car appears to be off to the side of the road on fire. When WCBI arrived at the scene, the fire was mostly out. First responders were on the scene within minutes. At this time, there are no reports of any injuries. We're going to have more updates on this as they become available.
Your public service announcement for the evening tonight is the night that we set our clocks ahead 1 hour. Our sunset today about 6 o'clock, tomorrow just about 7 o'clock, just slightly before 7. So we will adjust the time tonight. We have some cool temperatures out there right now. Low 40s and upper 30s here across the board. We have some high cloudiness across the region too. You notice that coming into play this afternoon. Now tomorrow morning, if you're up early with the sunrise, we will likely have some clouds, and the clouds and the sun will give us a nice and colorful sunrise, it would appear at this time. A chilly start, though, 30s, 36 degrees at 7 o'clock. By midday, around 60. It will be breezy. Winds from the southeast at about 10 to 15. Highs will be somewhere in the mid to upper 60s. Not too bad to close out the weekend. Your full forecast is coming up.
The death toll from the coronavirus has risen to 19 in the U.S., with more than 400 reported cases in 29 states. A cruise ship remained stuck at sea today off the northern California coast after 21 people on board tested positive for the coronavirus. CBS News correspondent Michael George has the latest.
We continue to await news from the federal and state authorities on plans for where the ship will go next.
The Grand Princess circled the waters off San Francisco Saturday after tests showed 19 crew members and 2 passengers have the coronavirus. The Hanlons are among more than 3,500 people on board.
Spirits are still okay. We're a little bit fed up, really, just sitting around and lying around, no exercise.
Vice President Pence says officials are working to bring the ship to a non-commercial port and test everyone on it. After meeting with cruise industry executives and leaders in Florida, the vice president announced new protocols.
Today, we reached an agreement with the cruise line industry to further enhance entry and exit screening, and also to establish shipboard testing for the coronavirus. New quarantining standards will be coordinated with the CDC for all ships.
Late Friday, Florida announced its first coronavirus deaths. 2 elderly people with serious underlying medical conditions. Washington State, so far hardest hit in the U.S. outbreak, has more than 100 cases and at least 16 deaths, most linked to Life Care Center near Seattle. In New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo declared a state of emergency. He warned those who have tested positive to follow voluntary self-quarantine.
We expect you to comply with it.
And as some schools move classes online and events around the nation are rescheduled or canceled, the American Film Institute is delaying a Life Achievement Award gala honoring actress Julie Andrews. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Vice President Pence says authorities are tracking another ship that may have shared crew with the Grand Princess, and that ship is being held for a, quote, full medical assessment. Have you ever dreamed of something big but didn't know who to turn to? Our Savannah Gato joins us live in the studio with more on a unique mentoring opportunity for the youth in our community.
Kids that have dreamed of becoming chefs, seamstresses, and more can now achieve those dreams with the help of the members of the Columbus Mentoring Group.
The Trotter Convention Center played host to the Mentor Columbus Youth Summit, an expo for kids of all ages.
Well, today has been a great day. We was here from 10 to 5. We had a lot of youth come through, and they got a chance to experience a lot of different things. Nobody was selling anything today. Everything was free. We got barbers here cutting hair for free, you know, giving up their Saturdays. So people really want to reach out to the youth, to the community.
It takes a village. Mentors were all hands on deck when it came to helping the kids.
That's what I want to just encourage the kids to pursue their own passion, if it be seamstress, whether it be basketball, whether it be whatever. Just pursue it with hope, and this is what the mentor is all about, helping them see their goal. We help them reach their goal.
Positivity filled the air.
Oh, it was a lot. We had everything going on, from authors to seamstress to chefs to basketball coaches. I mean, people selling mints and colognes. It was so many different groups. I don't know the exact number, but we had a nice turnout today.
When it comes to dreaming, the sky is the limit for these children.
Whatever your desire is, pursue it by going for it. Don't give up. Hold on to your dreams and talk to someone that's already been there, done that, and perhaps they can help you reach your goal.
An area youth concert was held by the group as well.
It's almost time for spring cleaning. We'll show you how you can be productive and helpful coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Watching WCBI News at 10 p.m. with Cash Matlock.
Welcome back, everyone. Spring is just around the corner, and that means many folks are starting to clean up and clean out. Today, our DeAndrea Turner learns how your spring cleaning can help others.
It's $45.99.
Lisa Nallery has been the store manager for Palmer Home for Children thrift store for 5 years. She sees how donations impact those in need.
We have children that come to us from all walks of life, and we take care of them throughout different stages of their lives. So it's important for donations to come in, because that in turn turns a profit, which funds the ministry of Palmer Home for Children.
The store takes clothing, working electronics, home goods, shoes, and more. Nallery says while it may be simple to take unwanted things to the store, for others, it means so much more.
Maybe a single mother that comes in who's struggling to get by. I see how that impacts her, for her to be able to come in and buy nice clothes for a child, an elderly person that's on a fixed income.
The store also gives gift cards to local churches to help other people in need.
How people come in that are in need and they have these gift cards, and they're like, I'm so thankful that, you know, you guys are here.
And for other people like Rebecca Hairston, she says it helps her express her individuality for a low cost.
If you have clothes that you really want to get, and this store has the color that doesn't cost that much, and it'll help you like make up your own styles with different kind of clothing and different kind of styles you want to wear.
So your spring break cleaning can make a difference in someone's life.
Yeah, it just brings people joy. Yeah.
You can donate items between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Sunday fun day coming on up here. If you're heading out early, a mix of sunny clouds for your church services. Brunch, upper 50s, maybe a shot of some low 60s by midday. It will be a bit breezy in the afternoon. Fine and cut. You may want to fly it. Temperatures will be in the 60s. We'll take a look at the upcoming work week after the break.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Good to see you on this Saturday evening. Your Sunday's looking pretty good. We have baseball in play again in Starkville at 1 o'clock, 62 by the end of the game. It looks like in the mid-60s right there. Breezy conditions, though, but mostly sunny. At Oxford, we start the games at not 1. How about noon? It says 1 o'clock right there, 12. Let's just say it starts at noon. There you go. Let's get on with the forecast, shall we? I'm exhausted because I did a lot of yard work earlier today, and we have another great chance to get out there tomorrow. 67 degrees, and it will be a tad bit breezy. We had some high cirrus clouds in play today. Columbus, Tupelo, Vernon, at Durham's Pharmacy, Louisville, Mississippi. You can see the clouds coming on in, but we still saw plentiful sunshine. Not too bad. We were soaking up the sun. And look at our friend the Gator right there, soaking up some sun as well there at the Stanislaus Dam area in the Columbus region here of our coverage area. So you can see the clouds moving on through right there, passing high clouds tonight down into the 30s. Let's go with about 34, 35. 36 or maybe 37 degrees here, pretty good bet. Now for your Sunday, we keep mentioning mostly sunny skies. Will be a pretty good sunrise, I think, as we get into the course of the day, though. More in the way of sunshine, mid to upper 60s here. winds developing from the southeast at about 10 to 15. So today the wind not bad. Right now the wind is calm because high pressure is right overhead. We got on the backside of high pressure tomorrow, so it starts to get a little bit breezier. 70 in Jackson and Hattiesburg tomorrow, so we are warming things up. Speaking of the wind, notice how it will become more southeasterly tomorrow, 10 to 15, perhaps up to about 20 in some gusts. Now, our next system is waiting in the wings out here across the desert southwest. That will swing across the plains and get in here on Monday. So until then, we should be dry. We mentioned the high clouds. There they are right now. They'll move on through. A pretty good sunrise, I think, with some of those clouds still in the region. We will become mostly sunny as the day goes on. A great Sunday for us. The clouds roll back in for your Monday, but I think the rain's going to hold off until Monday afternoon and evening. There may be a thunderstorm in this, but more rain than anything else, just some showers here. And we'll have those rain chances continue into Tuesday as well, and really for the next couple of days. So dry on Sunday. Afternoon and evening showers Monday, 68. A chance for a few showers, 72 on Tuesday. We may see some storms on Wednesday, 75. Some additional showers and storms by your Friday and for next weekend.
Mississippi State out for revenge against Kentucky. Bulldogs taking care of business in the SEC tournament. Highlights and recap next in sports.
WCBI sports coverage of the 2020 SEC Women's Basketball Tournament in Greenville is brought to you by Columbus Orthopedic. Trust one place. Cannon Ford of Starkville. Nobody beats a Cannon deal. Nobody. And visit Columbus, the city that has it all.
Hail State Hoops hoping to reach its 5th straight SEC tournament championship. The Kentucky Wildcats standing in the way. The Wildcats defeating the Bulldogs in the regular season. So what does that mean? Mississippi State out for revenge against Kentucky in the SEC semifinals. Wildcats on fire to start the game. Ryan Howard finding Kiki McKinney out on the wing. Knocks down the triple. Kentucky out to a 10-4 lead. Bulldogs bringing the effort. Chloe Bibby from the corner. Oh, there's Rakia Jackson in the bucket inside. Kentucky up by 7 here and still rolling. Bucket there inside. It's a 4-point game here in the first half. Rakia Jackson again. Well, you're going to leave her open. She's going to take advantage. So Bulldogs down by 2. Still in the first half. Bulldogs remaining down 2. Yamaya Morris, the breakout game for Morris. Get out of my way. Sweet turnaround jumper in the paint. Bulldogs tie the ball game up. We get to the second half. Kentucky up by 3. Look at Rakia Jackson go. 29 points, 9 boards for the freshman in this one. It's still a tie ball game in the second half. Jordan Danbury, a sweet finish there. Or that's Yamaya. That's Aaliyah Matharu for 2. So the freshman class from Mississippi State strong in this one. Matharu again. Bulldogs stretching out the lead. And the floater is good again for the N1 bucket. Morris, 11 points and 10 rebounds in this one. Fourth quarter, Bulldogs pulling away. Jordan Danbury muscles her way. A touch of English, and the friendly roll goes. So Bulldogs in control in the second half. Matharu, again, loose ball there. Kick out to Rakia Jackson. The mid-range J is always bottoms. Mississippi State pulling away. Bulldogs get the win 77-59. Courtney Robb has the recap from Greenville.
The second half, Bulldogs have returned for another night. Mississippi State trailing Kentucky by 3 points at halftime in the SEC women's basketball semifinal. The Bulldogs able to come away with the 77-59 win. For that, the Bulldogs can thank center Yamaya Morris and forward Rakia Jackson for combining for a total of 40 points, 20 rebounds. The Bulldogs able to out-rebound the Wildcats 40-29. Now MSU will be defending their SEC title.
I mean, I've been working really hard all year, and like the coaches always say, just like prepare and wait for your time to come, and that's what I've been doing, and I just let it all fall and it came into place.
Yamaya was a beast. She absolutely smashed it tonight. She was everywhere. She was helping blocking shots. She was getting rebounds, and she was really just the X factor for us, I thought. So, you know, that was massive and it fueled everyone.
I like to think that we're a fourth quarter team. You know, we play with a lot of energy and we practice really hard. So going up and down is just a part of the way that we play, a part of the system, and you just had to run them out the gym.
Mississippi State will be facing South Carolina in the SEC championship game on Sunday. Tip-off for that will be 2:30 at 2 p.m. Central Time. Reporting at Bon Secours Wellness Arena in Greenville, South Carolina, Courtney Robb, WCBI Sports.
The final game inside the hump for Starkville native Tyson Carter, the 19th leading scorer in the history of MSU basketball. Senior day for Tyson. Maybe the last time Mississippi State fans will have to see Breon Tyree taking on Ole Miss. Feed the beast early. Reggie Perry, the and one bucket, the stank face. Get off me. Bulldogs leading early, but Ole Miss sticking around. Devontae Schuler for three. Schuler with 11 points in the first half, ties the game 8 minutes in. But here's Tyson Carter going to work on senior night. The pick and roll, hoop, plus the harm. Bulldogs looking good in the first half. Nick Weatherspoon starting a huge run for the Bulldogs to Robert Woodard for the two-hand jam. Bulldogs end the first half on an 18-4 run. Bulldogs up 14 at the break. Rebels trying to get something going. Breon Tyree, step-back jumper. How about Mississippi State's defense holding Tyree to 11 points for the game? And it's closing time. DJ Stewart to Abdul Adu for the two-hand finish. Bulldogs taking care of business. But how about this? Tyson Carter, his final checkout, actually go to half court and kiss mid-court. Tyson Carter checking out of the game one last time inside the hump for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And hey, he got to go out with a win. Mississippi State defeating Ole Miss 69-44. Bit of revenge there. Bulldogs with the big win. Kermit Davis saying after the game, Mississippi State belongs in the NCAA tournament.
It's ridiculous that many wins they have in this kind of league. Put that team in the Big Ten, see how many games they win. They'd be in the tournament for this particular year. If for some reason the SEC is not getting respect, there's no doubt that team can go win games in the NCAA tournament.
He told me that as we were shaking hands, and that's just, you know, the kind of guy he is, and, you know, he wouldn't say it unless he meant it. But we have work to do. There's no doubt. We've got work to do, and we could end up playing them again. I mean, you know, Blackshear got hurt today in the Kentucky game. He might not even be available, and, you know, I think there's a good chance that we'll see Ole Miss in a rubber match game on a neutral court Friday at 2:30.
You know, what better way to go out and being your rival, you know, in a blowout, really, and get some revenge. So, you know, that was pretty special for the last game of the season.
So the game with some big implications in terms of the SEC tournament in Nashville. With the win and thanks to Florida's loss to Kentucky, Mississippi State gets the double bye. So the Bulldogs will tip off, as Ben Howland said, at 2:30 p.m. on Friday. As for Ole Miss, they will play on Wednesday for the first round. The Rebels will match up with Georgia at 6 p.m. Central Time in the 12-13 seed game. So we'll see much more from the SEC tournament coming up later in the week here on WCBI Sports. But when we come back, Starkville, man, going for yet another state championship, another thriller in Oxford. Make sure you come back to see all the highlights next. Welcome back here to WCBI Sports, the final day of the high school basketball season. Last but certainly not least, the Starkville Yellow Jackets, hungry to stay at the top of 6A boys basketball. Starkville taking on Murrah. Jackets looking to repeat as champs. First quarter was the Trey Jackson show. Forte Prater, handoff to Jackson. Jump shot is money. Jackson again. Well, if you're not going to guard him, he's just going to drain one in your grill. Gets the friendly bounce to go. And then Prater again, just sharing the sugar. Jackson corner three. He had 10 points after one. Starkville up 21-4 after the first quarter. But Murrah fighting back. Joseph Dupree to Kennard Bowie for three. It's a 9-point Starkville lead. We jump to the fourth. Here comes Murrah. Dupree, one dribble pull-up. Murrah takes a 1-point lead, but Colty Young takes over. Big-time players make big-time plays. The sweet lefty stroke of the contested triple is good. Starkville retakes the lead. Next possession, kick out to Young again. 8 straight points for Young helps seal the deal for Starkville in the fourth. And the Jackets win back-to-back state championships for the first time in school history. Starkville defeats Murrah 58-51.
Coach was telling me during the timeouts to keep shooting the ball. They needed me at that point, and I came through with the 2 big threes, and I just feel confident after that.
Being a senior, I just every game I try to do whatever I can to help my team win. Today in the first half, it was scoring, so you get on the road, you just keep shooting. But I mean, I didn't plan for that, but I made the shots down the stretch, and I was able to help our team get a win.
I always said all the good point guards that came to Slaughterhouse the last 10, well, since Coach been, all the good point guards always won. So, and I consider myself one of the good ones. I told Coach probably 3 weeks ago that, you know what I'm saying, for me to tell myself I'm a good player, I had to end with 2 rings, and lead my team to victory.
We didn't talk about last year at all. When we started this season, the first thing I told them was this team hadn't done nothing. This team hadn't won anything. If you want something, you got to go win it. And from there on, it was all about this year, this team. Even coming into this game, we wasn't talking about last year. The rings, that's what last year's team did. This team wanted their own rings, and that's what their focus was.
This time next week, we'll be talking SEC baseball, but a little bit of a tune-up. Ole Miss wins its 13th straight game, 18-4 over Princeton. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow. A gem from Gunnar Hoagland on the mound. In Mississippi State, they'll go for the sweep tomorrow against Quinnipiac, thanks to Josh Hatcher. Hatcher with a walk-off single in the 9th. Bulldogs improved to 9-4 on the season. That's it for sports. Bo Velasquez, your forecast next.
Your WCBI sports coverage of the MHSAA 2020 C-Spire State Basketball Championships is brought to you by Columbus Orthopedic. Trust one place. Cannon Ford of Starkville. Nobody beats a Cannon deal. Nobody. And visit Columbus, the city that has it all.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.